Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here, and welcome back to some more Nancy Drew Treasure in the Royal Tower. So we left off last episode in the library. We had just figured out the code for the library door. So if we do happen to come in again, and we did notice that the alarm will go off, we've got the code now because of our skills from reading that book in there in the first episode in Nancy's room. So we're gonna look around the library today because there's a bunch of stuff that we need to do in here. We basically got to figure out who's the one that's doing all this stuff. So we need to check it out, see why they're looking through all these books and throwing things on the ground, why they destroyed everything, and why they just really were looking for the treasure. Supposedly there's some treasure in this area, but they didn't find it in the library. Don't know where they got their information, but apparently it's not here. And I do want to say, oh gosh, I just like blanked on what I was gonna say. But I know last episode when Mr. Egan came in here, it kind of made me a little bit suspect about him. I mean, if he's the one rummaging around and searching around for things, then maybe he's the one that might be behind this. I have no idea. We would need to talk to him about it and see what's going on, but of course we can't really talk to him about it and say that we saw him come into the library, because then he's gonna know that we were snooping around and everything. Or we could and just, you know, be honest with him. Maybe he seems like that kind of guy that just would be okay with it. But there's a few things that we're gonna need to do here though, and honestly I don't know how you would get this without having a walkthrough, because I had to have the walkthrough in order to get this. I had no idea that you had to turn the globe there to a certain latitude and longitude, and then it gives you the answer to this other clue here, which is this little plaque here. Behind it has an opening in it, and that is what you set these numbers to. You set them to the numbers that it said on that piece of paper. I think it was like -15, 10, and -5 or something like that, but you set it to each number and then you click the green button, and that's pretty much what you do. And then we'll have what's inside. It's kind of like a puzzle, like key type thing you had to figure out. I never knew anything about it or how to do it, honestly, until I had read the walkthrough, but apparently someone figured it out. So you go ahead and do that, and then you can go up the stairs because there was a noise that went off. The bookcase slid beside, and there's this little area here that's hidden away, which is a little desk area. So I think we'll take the lighter here and light up this candle, see what we got here on the desk to figure out. And ooh, hello! A nice little key pops out of the flame. Might as well pick it up. I mean, it has to be useful. And I think that's about it. There is a letter here, though, that we can read. You guys can obviously read it. I've read through it once, but I don't think I'm going to read through it again. Like I said in plenty of other episodes, this is all post-commentary, so I wouldn't have time even if I tried. So let's blow out the candle, leave no trace of us being in here other than a big huge giant wall being open where the bookcase was, and let's just head on out of here. I wasn't really too sure which way I should head out, but I just thought we should head out through the main door because really it's not going to matter. I don't want to go back through the way that I came through the air vent. I'll just go through this way because the alarm doesn't go off when you exit the library. It only goes off when you enter the library. So now I think we need to talk to Mr. Egan. Pretty sure that's the only thing left to do, but my dumb self went ahead and went to the wrong floor. I had so much of a hard time navigating through this area. Like, it didn't seem as big as it was, but there was just so many corridors and so many floors and different places to explore in the game that I got lost so many times. And now you can hear the typing, so obviously we're on the right floor because that's Miss Hotchkiss's room. Now we need to go back to our room, I believe. Because that's our key for the door. I'm not sure why I went back in the room, but I guess I'll figure it out soon. Oh, the oil can, yeah. Did not pick up the oil can that he had left beside the radiator. That's something that I needed to do. We also need to apparently call some people. So that's what we're gonna do too. We gotta get a hold of Ned, and we've gotta get a hold of George. So that we can let him know what's going on around here.
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon. I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later. Thanks.
Well, I guess Ned did want to pick up, so we can call George instead. Maybe she'll pick up. We'll have to call Ned later.
Hello?
George, it's Nancy.
Great timing, Nancy. Bess and I were just saying how we wish we were out on the ski slopes with you. Hang on, I'll get her to pick up the other phone. Hey, Bess! Our favorite detective's on the phone.
Hey, Nancy! How's the vacation?
I guess you haven't gotten my letter. Not only do I have a blizzard on my hands, but I may have stumbled onto another case, too. The castle library was vandalized, and one of the other guests says her room was robbed.
Boy, oh boy! Have you searched the library for clues yet?
Well, that's the thing. Dexter Egan, the caretaker, says it's locked up and off limits until the police can get here. But who knows when that'll be.
That's funny, Nancy. I didn't know the phrase off limits was even in your vocabulary.
Seriously, though, don't you think that your dad's friend, Christy Lane, would feel better knowing that you're on the case, at least until the police can take over?
She's right, Nancy. I mean, who knows what this Egan guy is all about anyway? Sounds like you're just gonna have to find an alternative entrance to that library.
Here I go again. Just hope I don't have to slide down the chimney.
And what about this robbery? Who got robbed?
I'm not sure. The guest's name is Professor Hotchkiss. I think she's a bit eccentric.
You mean weird?
Nutso?
A few sandwiches short of a picnic?
Okay, you guys. I just mean that I'm not sure how reliable her testimony will be.
Yeah, but she'll probably tell you something important, whether she means to or not.
I met my ski instructor, Jacques Brunet. He sure is French.
Ooh la la, those accents should be illegal.
I hate to break it to you, Bess, but he's engaged.
Now there's a real crime.
Right, Bess. Humanity is devastated.
I met this nice woman, Lisa Ostrom.
What's her deal?
She's a photojournalist doing a story on the castle. She sure got me curious about that tower.
Oh yeah? Does she know where the entrance is?
I don't think so.
Well, keep an eye on her, Nancy. Those photojournalists are born snoopers, you know.
George, are you suggesting that Nancy is a second-class snooper? You're going to give our friend a complex.
Oh, right. Like Nancy doesn't know she's the Prime Minister of snooping.
I'm trying to meet with Professor Hotchkiss to find out what was stolen from her room, but she won't open her door to discuss it.
That's odd. I wonder what she's so nervous about. I'll bet she's hiding something in her room.
Like what, Bess? The elephant that trampled the library? She's probably just a little freaked. I mean, if her room really was robbed, you'll find a way to make her trust you, Nancy. I'll bet Bess's last slice of pizza on it.
Hey.
Wickford wrote Dexter a farewell poem before he died.
The inventor of chocolate milk was a poet, too?
Yum. I could write a poem or two about chocolate milk.
It says that he hid some sort of luck charm for Dexter to find.
Where?
Something about his old thinking spot, somewhere out in the garden. Funny, but I didn't see any garden when I came in.
Well, you can't exactly tiptoe through the tulips when they're buried under 6 feet of snow.
Never mind my cheeky cousin over there, Nancy. When the storm passes, you should go out and see what you can find.
Ladies, I need inspiration. Brain juice. A hint.
They don't call us your trusty sidekicks for nothing.
Help. I'm a little stuck.
Don't you have some more reading to do in that secret room?
Okay, you two.
Alright, well apparently they like to talk a whole bunch. So we're gonna have to end this one off here. We're gonna have to call Ned in the next episode because they talked way a lot. So apparently we should have called them a little bit earlier than we did. But I think we're going to go ahead and end it off here, and then in the next episode we are going to call Ned and continue on. So I will see you guys next time in some more Nancy Drew Treasure in the Royal Tower.